I want to make sure that I talk about a couple of really important things that have been happening here at Dozier Middle School. First, a big congratulations to our 2017-2018 Teacher of the Year, Eric Johnson. You're the man. You do amazing things with these kids, and we're all appreciative to have you here. Secondly, thank you to my partner in crime, my number one, Rondalyn Evans. 25 years of service in Newport News Public Schools, 35 years overall to the profession of education. You are my rock. I'm so thankful that you have been my partner the last 3 years, and hopefully for another 30 more. Next, we got SOLs are coming up. SOLs are a big deal. Ours, for my class, is May 23rd. We're going to get much more about that as we get closer. And lastly, you all asked, and we got it for you. The merchandise is available for sale. Come see me. You get Math Time with Mr. Santos as either a t-shirt or a hoodie. You could get your name put on the back. I don't have my name on mine. But come see me. We can get it made for you. I'm not making any money off of you. Everything that you pay goes right towards the shirt and the material, so that would be cool. We could wear it on Fridays. We could wear it whenever. This is an awesome thing. I'm very thankful for all the people that have helped this happen. Also, thank you to Miss Garrity, who is awesome at helping me get this stuff squared away. I have no idea what I'm doing, but she does. So I want to get into a little bit of what we've been doing in class. We've been talking about data. We have been talking about interpreting data. We have been talking about graphs. We have been talking about mean, median, mode, and range. The test and the SOL are heavy on these topics, so I want to show you an example of frequently asked questions and graphs that you've seen. My kids, y'all have seen these slides from class, and I'm excited for you to get a chance to see them at home, show your parents, work through them slow. Even though you think you know what to do, go through it. Check your work, check my work. Make sure that you are on the right page when it comes to interpreting data and graphs. So I'm going to slide up to the whiteboard here. It shouldn't be a super long video, but we're going to start with...
Hang on. I have to have the cursor first.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, we're going to start with interpreting graphs and data. First thing I want to talk about is these circle graphs. These circle graphs are a big deal. This is a big part of... I just want to make sure I get the mic on that so that they can... This graph, look at this. Question A, how many more people pick video games than animals? Well, the first thing you want to do when you look at a graph like this is read the title or read the topic. So right now it says 400 kids were surveyed what they would buy if they won the lottery. Okay, that's really exciting. I don't know what you would buy. I would probably buy a vacation. But let's take a look at this survey and the survey results. How many more people picked video games than animals? Well, let me show you the wrong answer. I repeat, this is the wrong answer, but the test makers are going to trick you up on this all the time. People are going to say, I think 37 people picked video games, and I think 12 people picked animals. So they're going to say the answer is 25. That is wrong. Do not do it like that. You need to set these up like proportions. So I'm just going to work over here. 37 over 100. Because you always take your percent, which is 37, and put it over 100. 37 is the part over 100, which is the total. And that is equal to, we don't know how many 37% is, but we do know that the total is 100. So the total here is 400 kids surveyed. That is 100%. That's 400. So you would cross multiply this through, and you would see 100x is equal to, I should know I've done this question 5 times today, 14,800. Pardon me. Divide each side by 100, and x will equal 148. 148 tells you how many kids would buy video games. That's the raw data. That's the number of kids that would buy the video game. With the same logic, I could do the same to figure out how many kids would buy animals. 12 over 100 is equal to X. We don't know the part, but the total is 400. So cross multiply these through. And then divide by 100. 48 is equal to X. So that's 48 that chose animals. Now, even though I don't need them for the rest of this graph, I'm still going to go ahead and solve 13%. And I'll let you set it up the long way, but I'm just going to, for the sake of, I'm just going to put these in here. This is 52. You need to solve for all of these. This is 40. And you need to solve for 28% of 400. This is 112. And if you took all these numbers and added them up, you would get 400. Remember, 400 is the total. 400 is 100% of the kids surveyed. So now I need to know how many more people pick video games than animals. Now I can put in 148 kids picked video games, subtract the 48 that picked animals. The correct answer would be 100 more kids picked video games than animals. Going on to question B. And these questions become a lot easier once you have these numbers in. Once you have these numbers identified, then you can subtract and add to see what you need. B, how many people didn't pick animals? So what we're looking at is this part of the pie. And I'm looking at the biggest part. 48 bought animals. There were 400 total. You have to get rid of the 48 that bought animals. The total for people that didn't buy animals was 352. And if I added up the 112, the 40, the 148, and the 52, that would also give you 352. Lastly, the last thing I want to look at on this pie chart is how many people picked vacation. Again, you're going to look over here and you see there are two numbers. I'm looking at the vacation spot. Folks, the answer is not 10. 10 people did not buy vacations. I can't stress enough. People think that's the trick answer. They picked, oh, it says 10. 10 is the answer. The correct answer is 40 people. 40 people picked vacation. It is super important you all get a handle on setting these up as proportions, figuring out the raw data, which means figuring out how many people actually picked each one, and then answering the questions. So, super important for you all to remember this slide we did in class today. Another skill that is super heavily tested on the SOL is mean, median, mode, and range. So I just want to introduce you to those topics. I want you to find the mean, median, mode, and range of the numbers. Well, the first thing you need to do, always, organize from least to greatest. So this would now turn into 0, and just cross them out as you go so you don't count the same one twice. 15, 15, 15. Oh. Sorry guys, see? That's why it's important to cross them out when you go. The mean. You add all the numbers and you divide by the total in the set. So this is your first, second, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 numbers in the data set. So the mean would be 105 divided by 8. That is 13.1. Mode. Mode is the number that occurs the most. If you look at this, the number that occurs the most is clearly 15. Median. Median is the middle number in the set of data. Well, this set has 4 sets or 4 numbers on this side and 4 numbers on this side. So there's no true median, so you would have to add up both middle numbers. So it would be 15 plus 15 and divide it by 2, the 2 numbers you added. In this case, the median is 15 again. 30 divided by 2 is 15. And then the range is just the distance between the biggest number, 20, minus 0. And the range would be 20. So these are your mean, median, mode, and range for this set of data. I'm looking at this now a little further back. It looks a little sloppy. I'm sorry. I will try to be a little bit neater in the future. But folks, this isn't even the most important thing, and I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. You probably won't get something this simple on the test. On the test, you're going to get something that looks like this. It's going to be a bar graph, and you are going to have to say the mean, median, mode, amount spent at McDonald's. Now, or on a bar graph. Let me show you in red. This is the wrong way to do it. Again, the wrong way to do it. People will just add 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20, and that'll give you 50. And they'll divide by 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll divide by 4. And they'll say the mean is 12.5. 50 divided by 4. 12.5. That is wrong. When you see a bar graph, guys, I need you to buckle up, get ready to work. This takes a little bit of time. Each one of these spots on the bar is a person, is a data point. How many people spent $5? It looks like, well, I'll call that 3. So I'm going to call that 5, 5, 5. How many people spent $10? That looks like 7. So I'm going to say 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many people spent $15? That's 4. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many people spent $20? That's 2. So I'm going to say 20 and 20. Now, I need to add up all these numbers here. However, I don't want to punch 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10 plus 10 into my calculator. You might make a mistake and it's hard for you to restart and set all over again. So what I'm going to do, how many people spent $5? Well, that's 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. How many people spent $10? We said that was 7. So 10 times 7 is $70. How many people spent $15? 4. So 4 times 15 is 60. And how many people spent $20? 2. So that's $40 total. So how much total money was spent at McDonald's? I'm going to add 15 plus 70 plus 60 plus 40. That is 185 total dollars were spent at McDonald's. How many people spent $185? It is not 4. That is wrong. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 people. So to find the mean amount of money spent at McDonald's, you would divide 185 divided by 16, and the answer is $11.56. Folks, I can't stress to you enough, this is super important that you remember you have to take some time to do it the long way. The question also asks, what is the mode? Well, what number was spent the most? 3, 7, 4, and 2. The mode is going to be 10. The most money spent was $10. The median. There are 16 numbers, so I'm going to start crossing them out. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. My two middle numbers are 10 and 10. So I'm going to add those up and divide by 2. The median is $10 also. Folks, I've got plenty more examples for these. If you need them in class, if you ask for them, I can get them to you. I might be able to make a video where I just give you a couple of questions to look at, and maybe I don't solve them or I solve them later. But it's really important that you get an idea as to how these are solved, because the SOL is heavy on these, so are the unit tests. I need to make sure you know how to do it. So maybe we can take a look and see if there are any questions. If there aren't, I can sign off, and if there are, maybe I can touch on them. All right, Adam. Oh, Adam is saying, hey, Miss Garrity.
Hey, Adam.
Panda, hey, Panda. Knowledge, I'm sorry this has taken so long. Mr. Johnson is the man. Hi, Erica. Oh, message retracted. Hello, where's the intro at? Sorry, guys, the intro was a little bit cut off today. We were having some technical difficulties. Knowledge, didn't we do this already? Yes, we did, but I want to make sure that